Hello friends, welcome to EM Tech channel. This is yet another video in this channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about differences between normal AC and inverter AC. Don't skip the video, watch it fully so that you can know about the difference between them fully. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe the video. Without wasting time, let's move on. In this video, I have divided the difference in two categories. One is in terms of technical aspects and other is commercial aspects. Let's see the technical aspects first. Non-inverter AC uses a single speed compressor. In this, the speed of the compressor cannot be varied. It will run only in full speed irrespective of the load demand. Inverter AC uses a variable speed compressor. In this, the speed of the compressor will be varied automatically based on the load requirements. Let us see with an example. That is, I have a room with a surrounding temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and I have to cool it to 25 degrees. Assume that if the compressor runs at 1200 rpm, it will be achieved and the compressor's maximum speed is 4500 rpm. Non-inverter AC, once switched on, runs at full speed, pumping the refrigerant in and cools the room to 23 degrees Celsius. That is 2 degrees less than the set temperature and will be off. Again, when the temperature rises to 27 degrees Celsius, it will switch on at full speed and process continues. In inverter AC, once it reaches the target value 25 degrees, the compressor adjusts its speed to 1200 rpm to maintain the temperature and will continuously run at 1200 rpm. If you see, non-inverter AC will frequently do start-stop process so that whenever the compressor starts, the starting current of it will be high, about 2.5 times the normal current, which will cause more power consumption and hence increasing electricity bill. In inverter AC, on the other hand, it runs only in less load for the major portion of the time and hence power consumption will be less when compared to non-inverter AC. In non-inverter AC, we can't expect accurate temperature control. Means a non-inverter AC set for 25 degrees Celsius doesn't mean that it will cool the room to 25 degrees Celsius. It may be little bit high or little bit low as it uses basic thermostat circuits. Inverter AC, on the other hand, uses advanced sensors and feedback devices through which it controls the speed of the compressor and hence the inverter AC can be considered more accurate when compared to non-inverter AC. In non-inverter AC, the power flow to the compressor will be as shown. The outdoor unit compressor receives its power from the EB mains and it is an unprocessed power. The EB mains power is directly fed to the compressor. In case of inverter AC, first the power is fed to the electronic circuit which consists of a rectifier and inverter. The AC power is first converted into DC supply by the rectifier and this DC supply is again converted to high frequency AC and which is fed to the compressor. As the compressor receives power from the inverter circuit, it is called as inverter AC. Let us see the waveform. In case of a non-inverter AC, the waveform is varying. You can see here, the waveform is varying in high amount. It starts from the room temperature, reaches to 23 degrees Celsius at full speed and shuts off and getting on at 27 degrees Celsius. Due to these large variations, non-inverter ACs are considered as less efficient. You can see here, it starts from the room temperature, it goes till the compressor was continuously on till 23 degrees Celsius and once it reaches at 23 degrees Celsius, the compressor is off and again the temperature starts building up and once it build up to 27 degrees Celsius, the compressor is again getting on and the same process continues. If you see the waveform of an inverter AC, its variation is very small. It continuously maintains and follows the set temperature and hence it is considered to be high efficient. Also, let us see the current consumption pattern in non-inverter AC. When the compressor starts running at full speed, the current consumed by it also at its peak. You can see here the compressor's current was at maximum. And when the compressor shuts off, the current consumption is nil. This you can see the current waveform as shown. Every time the compressor starts, its starting current will also be high, which impacts the electricity charges. Next, let us see the difference between the inverter and non-inverter AC in commercial aspects. First, cost of the in non-inverter AC is comparatively low as it uses fixed speed compressor and simple feedback devices. In inverter AC, the cost is high as it uses variable speed compressor and advanced feedback devices. Non-inverter AC has only one electronic board, that too in indoor side, and the circuit is very simple. But in case of inverter AC, it has two electronic boards, one at the indoor unit and another at the outdoor unit. The boards are costly and it contains complex circuitry. In non-inverter AC, maintenance cost is low as the major problem one could face is low refrigerant or no refrigerant issue. Next, but in case of inverter AC, apart from this, if there is a low voltage or sudden change in voltage, it may cause PCB board failure as it is sensitive for voltage surges. In case of a non-inverter AC, the major part in a non-inverter AC is the compressor, and almost all companies gives 5-year warranty for the compressor. In case of inverter AC, apart from the compressor, PCB board is sensitive and it comes only with 1-year warranty. The PCB board costs around 15,000. Remember, inverter AC has two PCB boards, and also read the warranty eligibility terms for PCB boards as manufacturer may deny the warranty saying the PCB board gone faulty due to improper air or pulsating voltage etc. So read the warranty documents thoroughly and carefully. Do take care and read the warranty terms fully. Next, in case of a non-inverter AC, the problems that occur in a non-inverter AC can be rectified by a normal AC technician. But the problem in inverter AC cannot be rectified by the normal AC technician as there may be n number of causes that may cause no cooling or low cooling issues, and it needs more skill, and the problem related to PCB boards has to move through authorized dealers only because it is not easy to find and rectify the problems in the PCB boards as it usually multi-layered PCB boards with machine soldering, that is SMT, called as surface mounted technology soldering. Okay guys, we came to end of this session. Hope you have understood the differences between the inverter and non-inverter AC well. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe the video, and also press the bell button next to it and select the options to all so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Take care, bye, see you in next video soon.